Hi. You may have seen this guy before. This is Bryan Johnson, a multimillionaire who has spent over $2 million trying to make himself young again. He's trying to reverse aging. And the reason that articles keep getting written about him is because he's been doing this for 2 years and says that his results are provable. But I mean, this guy did a lot of really weird stuff and still does. A couple of the articles that were written about him said that he was swapping blood with his son, which means that his son would get his old man blood and he would get his son's not old man blood. What does the old blood do for his son? Does it make him older? And what I think a lot of people missed is that Bryan Johnson made a video about this process, and it even included his dad, who he was trying to make younger by giving him his blood. So it's weirder than just swapping blood with your son. It's also trying to see if your son can make your dad live forever. That's cool. Boo! Did I scare you? Don't be scared. This is an ad for Vance Global. This video is sponsored by Vance Global. Do you need a toke, but don't have a safe and legal way to get one? That's where Vance Global comes in. Vance Global is your best source for CBD, Delta-8, and HHC products. And if you're in Canada, the US, or the UK, these products can be shipped right to your door, discreetly. No one will know. And if you're not a smoker or a vapor, that's fine too. Look at this. Vance Global sells Delta-8, HHC, and CBD gummies, look at this, that are vegan, organic, and so potent that they recommend starting with just a half. Each gummy is 50 milligrams, and there's 400 milligrams in each bag. Here we go, I'm taking my little half. That's nice. And I'll save the other half for later too. Their lab testing is actually available on their packaging with a QR code, but you can also look it up on their website, which is honestly a great commitment to transparency. But if edibles aren't your thing, Vance Global also sells vapes. And the best thing about them is that you know that they're made with no additives at all. All that's in each cart is the HHC, CBD, or Delta-8 that you ordered, and just 15% terpenes to naturally flavor the vape. Vance's products come from organic flower sourced in Oregon and Wisconsin. They take pride in the quality and potency of their products, and I'm honestly a big fan of the vape that they sent me a little while ago. I've been using this one for like months. You can use my coupon code Ethan for 20% off your order at vance-global.com. Again, that's coupon code Ethan for 20% off your order at vance-global.com. Thank you so much to Vance Global for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the millionaires.
I'll show this to my dad and say, hey dad, you're gonna get this tomorrow in your plasma.
At Blueprint, we have evaluated hundreds of longevity therapies, and I thought it would be pretty epic if my son, my father, and I completed the world's first multi-generational plasma exchange.
So this guy's company is completely dedicated to figuring out how to make him live as long as possible. There's just something creepy about it. There's some kind of energy that he brings. Maybe it's because he looks like this. Dude, who is taking these pictures with the flash on? Turn the flash on. I mean, come on. I don't know if he's okay. He's so pale. There's no way that can be healthy, right?
A couple years back, my dad actually had left the religion, and he was sort of the outsider kept at bay by my siblings and I because he didn't check the religion box, he could not be trusted.
Bryan Johnson is an ex-Mormon, and his wife and kids are still Mormon, which if you have any experience with Mormons, that means that they don't talk to you after you leave the church. The only reason they would talk to you is to get you back in. And because he left the Mormon church, his son didn't talk to him for years. But now they've reunited for his son to give him his blood.
I came to the conclusion that I wanted to leave the church I grew up in and come out to California to live with him. And it was the best decision I've made in my life.
Talmadge, his son's name is Talmadge. Talmadge, do you need help? Is he making you say these things? If you don't talk about how much you love your dad, I'm gonna take another liter of blood. Sorry, man. Doesn't look healthy. Whatever you're doing, it doesn't look good for you. So Bryan Johnson has gone around showing off how many pills he takes and his routines and laser therapy and penis rejuvenation therapy. Yes, tech mogul Bryan Johnson announces he's started penis rejuvenation therapy, which will see him blasted with electricity in bid to boost his sex life. Bryan Johnson has shockwave therapy on his penis because he wants erections as strong as a teenager's. Is that what he said? Got the treatment 3 times a week. That's too much. 4,000 shocks per treatment? I don't know. He's calling it penis rejuvenation therapy. But what is he rejuvenating? That's not like a medical term. I need my penis rebirth procedure. This person actually asked, I don't understand what you're rejuvenating. Did it have problems? But he just replied, "We're trying to slow aging processes and reverse aging damage as much as possible." That's not very informative. Literally using himself as like a guinea pig at all costs to reverse aging. And he still just can't even use like moisturizer. I mean, I guess he looks different now. Looks kind of like a different guy. Oh my God, dude, is this normal? What's going on here?
This one is metformin. This is given typically to diabetics. It's been also taken off-label for longevity purposes.
This video is called "Why I'm Spending Millions to Be 18 Again." I think I can kind of figure out why you would want that.
My objective with Blueprint is to demonstrate it's really a stacked process of maybe 100 different things I do. Because you have to think about the body in its entirety. 118, is that right? Mm-hmm. You have to really think about it from a holistic perspective. So it's the common things like diet and exercise.
All right, well, you're not really talking about why. Why do you want to do this?
What is possible right now with slowing our speed of aging and reversing it? To do that, we've designed a protocol for sleep and exercise and diet, and also 111 supplements.
Bryan Johnson does do all of these weird, scary things to himself, but he also lists everything he does and takes on his website, the Blueprint Protocol, where he also sells olive oil, Blueprint olive oil. His website is also full of scientific graphs and charts. Wake up, bad decisions, sleep. He is taking testosterone supplements. He is on HRT. He scans his brain. He scans his skin. He wakes up in the morning and does this. Why is this on his website? Come on, dude. They're microwaving him. Oh yeah, that looks pleasant. What is this? He has a laser hat. What does that do? Oh, here's the olive oil protocol. Oh, yep.
Maybe he chokes on a piece of broccoli or mushroom. This is actually legit.
Normally this filter is filled with all kinds of junk that your blood has inside of it, but this is completely clean and there's usually something in there, but there's nothing in here.
I love the subtle flex that Bryan includes in the edit there. The guy just talking about how clean his blood is. Yeah, dude, okay, your blood is clean, all right? Maybe mine's clean. I'm not looking at it. He's pumping his dad full of his son's blood.
Thanks for the plasma.
No worries.
He gives his dad his son's blood while taking some for himself, too, of course. A little off the top, just a little blood. 45-year-old millionaire who's trying to age backward says he won't get any more blood from his son because there were no benefits detected. Yeah, I kind of thought that was a dumb idea to just put a younger person's blood in you. What was the purpose? He did it for 6 months. He has a whole room in his house for his pills. That's too many. That's too many.
This is a multispectral imaging device. So you put your chin here, your forehead here. It's an entire view of your face, and it will give you 10 biomarkers for your face aging. And it shows you things the naked eye can't see. So this is how I got my children to wear sunscreen.
Do you need that to wear sunscreen? Or could you just put sunscreen on? Why does it show you things the naked eye can't see? What's the point of seeing them? It's really funny to me that this guy has like this whole YouTube channel about how he's like weird. He's like, look at my anti-aging home. Look at my son that I take blood out of. Guys, can you write more articles about me talking about how I'm taking electropenis shock therapy? You don't tell people this stuff. Don't talk about it. This guy's trying to age backwards. Do it quietly.
This system sitting above a massage table, and we do 12 minutes 3 times a week, but it took twice as long so that I would have to flip my body and do front and back.
What does it even do? It just turns him red. I do think it's crazy. He did this whole like photo shoot with his son and his dad when the blood thing didn't even work. So as much as Bryan Johnson cares about reversing aging and living forever, he also clearly cares a lot about his image and is not afraid to hire a PR company or whatever to have people write articles about him. But also, he vlogs all of the stuff he does, and it kills. Because Bryan Johnson tries so many different kinds of rejuvenation therapy, I feel like it does affect him. I feel like he's hit a lot of like pitfalls and ends up doing things that he shouldn't have to do for himself like vibrating his tear ducts so his eyes don't get dry.
This is eye tier 100. This is FDA approved. You put this on the side of your nose right here on this nerve, and then you press this button and it vibrates. Before I was using eye drops 5 times a day, and now I do this twice a day and have a similar effect.
You shouldn't have to do that. Bryan Johnson is just a man who cares about data. And at the end of the day, age is just data. And he wants it to be forever. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please press like or you will have to take 100 supplements to live. Leave a comment if you would live like Bryan Johnson and for how long. How long does it take to live forever? Thanks again for watching. Bye.